That's a fine stroke. It'll go all the way. So Alistair Brown gets off the mark with an authoritative boundary through extra cover. And just emphasising here, Sonny, the quality of this pitch.
Yes, it's only the 5th ball of the first over, but Ali Brown is not afraid to put his foot forward and go through with the shot. It's a cracker of a shot.
He's got it past him. So well timed and well placed. And a long chase for Ganguly to pull it back.
Well, this is really a very, very good pitch to bat on. There, you see, played it on the up. No movement at all. He's just so confident. He knows that there's not going to be too much movement off the pitch. It's such a good pitch to bat on. He hasn't really hit it hard, just pushed it.
Hitting right through the line. Lovely pitch to bat on here. 4 runs from the time it left the bat. May not have been the middle, but enough of it for 4 runs to Alex Stewart.
Oh, this is the shot that indicates how good the pitch is, but it also shows that you don't really need to send in pinch hitters if you're going to play cricketing shots. This is a very good positive shot. Oh, that's a big one. He picked that up very, very early, that slower delivery. He was at the non-striker's end of the previous delivery. He was watching Kuruvilla come into bowl, and he knew that this one also was going to be a slower delivery. He picked it up very, very quickly. Look at that. He's picked it up and hit it high and handsomely over long on, almost for a 6.
Oh, fine shot. Wonderfully played. That's a magnificent straight drive down the ground. And that'll please David Lloyd, the England coach.
Well, he's such a crisp player of the straight drive, Alex Stewart. Very, very good timer of the ball.
Well, there you are. You see, couldn't deck him long. Bit of an edge. Bit fortunate to go in the gap, but that's the way he plays. He's one of those up-front guys who strike the ball, so there's a nice compliment. And the England authorities must think that Brown's the right man to be opposite Alex Stewart, because they've actually, reluctantly I think, put Nick Knight down at number 3. He's the left-hander who really does whack the ball. He's had some terrific performances in one day for Warwickshire in England.
David Lloyd, Peter Martin next to him. Bang! Over the top, but he's going to be out caught here. For a moment I thought that would clear Ganguly, but that one got Ali Brown on the bottom of the bat, and the Indians have struck here. The first wicket, Ali Brown dismissed. England 42 for 1.
Well, this is what I mentioned, that he'll go over the top, but being just a little rusty, just not quite hit it cleanly. Not right, got it in the middle of the bat. Full catch in the end. But that's his normal game. 42 for 1.
Good, elegant player from Warwickshire, Nick Knight. Comes in at number 3. Still plenty of batting in this England batting lineup. Graham Hick, Adam Holyoke, Mark Elam, Brown, Fleming, they can all bat, as can Robert Croft. Up in the air. This will clear the man at mid-on. And will clear the ropes as well. He's timed that extremely well, Nick Knight. He's made his intentions pretty clear, that he's looking to get after the bowling. And that really was a cracking shot.
Yeah, this is why he's so successful. He picks his shots carefully. He can play orthodox cricket shots, and and he can go over the top. That's Ali down the pitch, lovely footwork, wasn't he? He was off very quick. As soon as Cumbly got to delivery point, he couldn't stop the delivery, he was away. 72 for 1.
(42 to Stewart of 40 deliveries). And that's a lovely shot, square of the wicket. It's going to be chased there by Azhar, and they're going to go through for at least 2. Rather 3. So it's 78 for 1 after 14 overs. And that's beautifully driven through the covers, and it's going to be 4 runs. A glorious shot. That's the 50 for Stewart.
And a well-played 50 for Alex Stewart. Just 53 balls for those 52 runs. Excellent going. Beautifully timed, beautifully placed.
That's a lovely shot, and it's going to be 6. Over long on, beautifully played by Stewart.
Well, he certainly made that look very easy, Alex Stewart. Look at this shot. Just playing through the line of the ball, mid-on up. No risk at all in that shot with the mid-on up, just over the ropes.
And Knight plays a lovely shot, and it's going to be 4 runs to the mid-wicket fence. Beautifully played and beautifully timed.
Nick Knight taking a cue from his partner, Alex Stewart. Not quite making it over the ropes, but well played.
And a similar shot, this time to the left of, and it's another 4. And that's the 100 for England, and Lloyd and Graveney happy.
No smiles on their faces yet, but I think they know that they are going pretty well at the moment. Another sweep shot, this time a lot squarer than the previous one.
It's a cracking shot. Width, and he's killed it. He's absolutely wellied it, he has. Such a punishing player is Alex Stewart. His natural game to be free and to play shots. He doesn't have to look to do anything silly. In fact, when he looks to score a bit too quickly, he tends to get himself out. And he doesn't need to, he's a very quick scorer anyhow.
Oh, he's gone for the big one. Will he be caught? Anil Kumble is under it. Yes. Finally, Nick Knight losing patience. Going for the big hit. It's a triumph for very good bowling by Rajesh Chauhan. And the second England wicket has fallen.
Well, that wasn't very smart cricket from Nick Knight. He was under pressure all through the over. Very well bowled by Chauhan. And this wicket was brought about through pressure and frustration. He's not been able to score off very good bowling, and he's tried to hit him out of the park, got underneath it. As I said, it's a slow pitch, but good, and he's lobbed it up in the air. That's the second wicket for 131 for 2.
Graham Hick is coming to replace Nick Knight, who was out of the last ball of Rajesh Chauhan's over. The batsman crossed, and therefore Hick took the first ball here.
Oh, that's 4. That's taken a little bit of pressure off. Lovely, crisp hit. He is such a good player, Alex Stewart. Test match cricket, one-day cricket, good cricket brain, good timer of the ball. Lovely footwork again. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just a little chip over the top straight, where you tell all youngsters to hit. Hit it straight. Easy shot in the book. Simple, isn't it? Executed with perfection.
Well, wasn't much of a surprise that Alex Stewart had to go for the big hit because Chauhan's been bowling well. Somebody had to break his rhythm.
Yes, he took a risk, hit it well. There was no chance. Sidhu did a valiant effort. He has improved his fielding tremendously.
.151 for 2 after 29. Oh, this is another good shot. Alex Stewart really has been finding that straight boundary. He'd gone over the bowler's head in the previous over twice. This time he's hit it along the ground.
That's going to be 6. It's coming towards us and into the stand. What a lovely shot by Kick. Beautifully played.
Now this is exactly what I was saying can happen in the last 10 overs. These guys can clear the field. He's a powerful striker of a cricket ball. And you can see it for yourself here. A clean swing of the bat, minimum of effort. And the ball clearing the rope effortlessly.
And that's his 100. A magnificent 100 by Stewart. The first 100 under the lights here at Sharjah.
Yes, a top-class innings. He deserves the cheers he's getting from the dressing room and the pretty good crowd that has turned out here. Above all, it's been a very sensible knock.
And a lovely square cut this time by Hick. And it's running down to the fence. Sidhu won't cut it off. 4 runs.
Again, with just less than 100 balls remaining. The England players having another good over here.
That's a fine shot. Out to extra cover. Sidhu, the fielder, coming back for the second. He'll have to hurry, but he's home. And that's the 200.
Well, that's very ambitious. Kuruvilla strikes as Graham Hick goes right across that one. Picked the wrong one to go after. And England have lost their third wicket for 209.
Well, when you're in a position like England are, you have to expect a few cross-batted shots for accelerating the scoring. That inside edge going on to the stumps. Graham Hick's out for 32 ball. Kuruvilla and England at 209 for 3.
So Abhi Kuruvilla strikes, and here's a memorable moment for Adam Holyoke, captain of England for the first time, and now to receive his first ball in that capacity.
Well, he won't have too much time to get his eye in. There will be 10 overs left after this over from Kuruvilla. So Holyoke will really have to start throwing his bat very quickly.
Sunil Gavaskar will soon be giving us his version of Blue Moon. But it's a really crystal clear day here in Sharjah. Wonderful seeing light before now. The lights have now come on. So just that halfway point really, where the natural light and the artificial light just about half and half. And the batsman will say this is the most difficult period, and perhaps that proves it. Simple catch to Mohammad Azharuddin. Absolutely deceived by the delivery and a wonderful innings by Alex Stewart ended 116 out of England's 211 for 4.
This is a rather tame end to an innings of real brilliance. He's played very well, but this time just playing a little too soon at the ball that stopped and came on to him. Simple catch there to Mohammad Azharuddin, but Alex Stewart has given England a flying start. He's out for 116, England 211 for 4.
So 2 quick wickets here pulled England back somewhat. Mark Elam, the new batsman.
Another daughter.
So not a happy beginning for Adam Holyoke as England captain. He never seemed settled. Just didn't seem to pick up the ball. I think the batsmen here are finding some difficulty in doing that. And Kuruvilla strikes again, 215 for 5, Holyoke goes for 4.
Well, the danger here is that England might be losing the plot somewhat. They've got off to a flying start. Now suddenly they're losing wickets in a rush, and which will mean the tail-enders will be coming in. This is a straight ball which Adam Holyoke has missed. Kuruvilla showing the virtues of accuracy over there. And that's the end of the England captain for 4, 215 for 5.
And now Graham Thorpe, perhaps batting a little bit lower in the order than is usually the case. And England will be happy that this experienced player has now come in. Wonderful piece of fielding. Steve Bucknor will call for the television replay, but the Indians are very confident. Wonderful piece of fielding from Ajay Jadeja. He is so outstanding in the field. He was very quickly onto it, and in almost one motion threw the stumps down. They're very confident they've got him.
Well, he certainly seemed to have picked the wrong man. There was a little bit of hesitance over there on the part of the batsman, and it does look to me that he might have not made it.
Desperately close, but Graham Thorpe on the way, and a superb piece of fielding. So it really doesn't matter too much now what the slow motion replay shows. Graham Thorpe thrown out by the brilliant Ajay Jadeja, and Matthew Fleming now comes in, with England faltering very badly here after a superb start. So there's Matthew Fleming, man of Kent.
And he's gone as a yes. Up goes the umpire's finger, looking to give himself room outside the leg stump. And Fleming has perished here. So the Indians really on a roll at the moment.
Well, it seems every time they try and break out, the Indians have got the upper hand. Tries to get inside it, hit it, fine nick. I think it's just a little bit of a lack of match practice for England, and India are just too good for them at the moment. 232 for 7.
Dougie Brown, the new man in. So another good over this for India, 232 for 7.
They didn't actually get a bat in the middle, and there's a mix-up. Could be out, that's it. No problem, direct hit.
Well, he's got one right there, Tendulkar. He missed on a couple of occasions, but not on this one. Again, very, very quick to take off the blocks. Hitting the stumps on the full. Again, misunderstanding between the two England batsmen.
Well, it was a real cock-up, this was. It was a yes-no, bad luck, suicide run. I mean, he was never in the frame. It happens sometimes. It was just a question whether Tendulkar could hit the stumps. And as I say, he wasn't in the frame, it was easy. Well, 237 for 8.
Robert Croft, Glamorgan in England, comes out to the middle, the off-spinner.
Again, I say it's so important to use up the overs. Got to try and hit the ball just into the gaps. Push and run, push and run. I think they'll be watching this in the dressing room and thinking that we could and should have made a better fist of pushing for the singles.
So Srinath to bowl the final over of the innings. And it's in the air and in the gap as well. So after quite some time, we've seen a boundary here for England. Robert Croft getting that boundary.
Well, Srinath gave him the opportunity. I'm a bit surprised he didn't bowl a Yorker. Anything on length, the batsman at this stage are going to have a dart at. Short of length, wide of off stump. Batsman gives himself a bit of room to leg and slashes.
In the air again. There's a man coming underneath it at long off, Kuruvilla, and he takes it comfortably. So the England innings comes to an end here. Robert Croft, the last man dismissed, again trying to clear the ground. He's been taken in the deep by Kuruvilla.
Well, I told you it was simple, wasn't it? Pitch the ball up, put a long off, long on, and it's straightforward. He managed to hit it, but it's difficult to get it underneath it for 6. That's not quite as full as he wanted to get it. And it's a simple catch in the end. Just watch it, wait for it. Nice and easy. 9 down for England. Robert Croft out, 248 for 9.
Just 3 balls remaining in this innings. So the 250 coming up for England with that single. This could be the end of the innings. Tendulkar takes the catch quite comfortably. So England bowled out for 250. A terrific performance by the Indians to really come back into this game after at one stage England were 209 for 3. So Srinath again picking up the last wicket and finishing off the innings.
Yeah, he was deceived, the batsman here. He got through the shot a bit too soon. Then he had to stop himself, and by stopping himself the ball just went up in the air. That's a sad end to an innings which had looked so prosperous for 40 overs nearly. 39.2 overs before Hick was out. They were going great guns, plenty of wickets in hand, opportunity to get 275, 80 at a minimum, and it's all dissipated in the end. 8 wickets went down for 41 runs.
India have to get over 5 runs per over to win the game. Sabah Karim opening the batting with Saurav Ganguly. He's on strike now to Dougie Brown. And really, Michael, from England's point of view, they'll have to do exactly what India did in the latter half of their innings. First runs for India on the offside. Sabah Karim off the mark with 2. Edged and past the keeper for 4.
Well, that's the nature of this one-day game. There's one slip, And so the wicketkeeper has a bit of a gap between himself and the first slip. And that went right in the gap. Did have a chance of getting across, Alex Stewart. But 4 runs to India.
That's edged. And another boundary.
Again, we are seeing good deliveries in this one-day game, going off the edge and into the boundary. Nowhere near a chance on this occasion. Much too thick of an edge to pass anywhere by that first slip.
Given the room, and he's hammered that over point. Second boundary of the over. So Sabah Karim's intentions are pretty clear. If the ball's up there, he's going to have a go at it.
Well, there is so much room in the outfield for Karim to have a go at these well-pitched up deliveries. Just opening the face of the bat. And another boundary.
That's come off the inner edge. There is a man at fine leg. And another dive. But an effort in vain. So boundaries have come off the edges here for the Indians.
England must be cursing their luck at the moment.
And again, he's doing it well here, Sabah Karim. He's dealing in boundaries at the moment, and that was firmly struck.
This is a very good shot from Karim. Pitched up just wide of the off stump, and again opening the face of the bat and hitting it cleanly over extra cover.
Edged, and again in the gap. Would you believe it?
What were we saying about him not finding the gaps? He found one there. Again, that gap between the wicketkeeper and the first slip. Beautiful delivery. Just a bit of movement away from the right-handed batsman. The edge found, and both Stewart and Thorpe leave it alone.
Oh, that's crashed away by Saurav Ganguly. He picked it up well, he hit it on the up. And it's a boundary. That's Vijay Mallya.
Well, he's in such good touch, is Saurav Ganguly, that his confidence is sky high.
And he's picked it up well again, this time on his pads. It's going to run away to the boundary. The Indians are on fire, Jeffrey. Will that be taken? No. Good effort. But it's cost a boundary. 59 for no loss. And he's hit it straight to the fielder at extra cover. And that could be the breakthrough that the England team is looking for. Sabah Karim giving Headley the charge, not being able to keep that drive along the ground. Simple enough catch to extra cover, but even these catches have to be taken.
Well, he's done his job. He's part of a 60-run partnership that's got India off to a flyer. No disgrace in the way he's played. Sharp chance straight at him. Nicely caught. But India is still sitting pretty with a very nice 29 from Karim. 60 for 1.
No ball that. Allowing Sidhu to just guide it to deep third man and get off the mark.
caught out. That's it, I told you, wicket to wicket. Ball keeping a touch slow. That's beautifully bowled. That's exactly how he should bowl, fullish length. Just tucks up the Ganguly beautifully there. That's what he's good at, Mark Elam, wicket to wicket.
Somehow the Indians seem to have lost a little bit of rhythm after the wicket of Sabah Karim. Look at Ganguly here, neither forward nor back, no footwork at all over there. And that is the reason why the ball's gone past. He's out for 29 and they're 64 for 2. Sachin Tendulkar coming at the fall of Sourav Ganguly. So now we have 2 new batsmen at the wicket. Navjot Singh Sidhu and Sachin Tendulkar. Oh, that's a bad shot. A slow one. Sidhu thought that he could go over the top with the fielders in the circle because the field restrictions are still there. This is the 15th over. And that is the 3rd Indian wicket gone for 65.
Well, if you thought it was going to be easy for India, don't go and make a cup of tea, because it's game on now, boy. Once he's slogged this up in the air, I told you, the ball doesn't come on. Stops a bit, and then you go over the top and you spoon it in the air, that's a big wicket. And boy, you better watch this match from now on. 65 for 3.
That's up in the air and he's gone. Caught by Headley at mid-off and Azhar is gone. India 74 for 4.
Well, the Indian innings now in disarray with the fall of Mohammad Azharuddin. The way he perishes here, one just gets the feeling that the ball might have stopped on him. It was a half-hearted shot by Azharuddin, and Dean Headley at mid-off. He's not going to miss out on those. So India in deep trouble here. 4 wickets gone for 74 runs on the board.
All fouls, no king, late lines.
And so is Tendulkar. Hasn't had much of a strike recently, but a deliberate shot over the top gets him 4.
That'll ease the pressure considerably. Also make Tendulkar feel a lot more confident.
Desperate effort there by Matthew Fleming, but it's in vain in the end. It goes for 4.
And that's his 50. Off go the bugles. A superb innings from Tendulkar.
Well, that's the first bad ball that Croft has bowled. It's got the treatment from Tendulkar. It goes for 6. A full toss. No, signal 4. Didn't quite carry. Look from this distance as if it had gone all the way. And Tendulkar will be disappointed that he didn't put it all the way. Well, if he didn't put the previous one all the way, there's no doubt about this one.
Well, this certainly was very powerfully struck. Down the pitch, just give himself a bit of room, Tendulkar, so that he could get his arms moving.
And they'll scramble for a second here. So it looks as if they're ready for a change of ball. But one wonders now whether the Indians would want the ball changed. They're motoring along.
Catch!
Gone. Crucial wicket. Well taken by Graham Thorpe. Matthew Fleming picks up the crucial wicket just at a time when India, through Tendulkar and Jadeja, looked as if they were pulling up towards the required run rate. The 5th wicket goes with Jadeja caught by Thorpe or Fleming for exactly 50.
This could be a vital blow here. Struck by England. Graham Thorpe won't drop those. Pretty good slip fielder, pretty good catcher anywhere in the field. It's 182 for 5.
That's well struck. That's beautifully hit by Robin Singh. That's a magnificent strike. No real effort in the shot, all timing, and it's gone all the way for 6.
That certainly should have done Robin Singh a good deal of good. That went a long way. Just picked it up off his pads.
He's given him. There goes the finger, which gives Matthew Fleming the wicket. And England a vital breakthrough as Singh is leg before wicket for 12. And looks of relief on the England faces.
The only doubt there could be with this is if the ball had pitched outside leg stump. And obviously there, looking at from stump cam, it did not pitch outside leg stump, hit him in front. India lose a very important wicket here. It's 207 for 6.
He's gone for the big one. He's connected, and it's a 6.
Well, I was just going to say, Sonny, there are plenty of singles about, but when you can smack it into the crowd like that, you don't need any singles. That's a real fine wallop. On the up, took a chance. Better than my golf, is that?
Catch!
Oh, oh, run out. Oh, that's close. That's close. There was nearly a run, then there wasn't because he fielded it, and then he misfielded it, and it was a yes-no, and is it going to be bad luck? Yeah, it's going to be close, is this. You see, it looks as if he was fielding it, then it bounced awkwardly. Then they set off to run, and it's going to be tight, it's going to be tight, it's going to be tight. I thought so. We're going to have to see that in slower motion.
He's been declared out, run out by the 3rd umpire, and that's a blow that India could have done without. Well, he didn't quite get hold of it, but he'll still get 2, and which will mean that Sachin Tendulkar will keep the strike at the end of 47 overs. India 232 for 7.
There it is, I told you, that's the big wicket. And Fleming has done it. Beautifully bowled, a Yorker up there. Sachin coming down, he's cross. He's nothing to be cross about though, just disappointed. He played really well. But that was beautifully thought out. Look at this.
Yes, also terrific work that from Alex Stewart, leaving the Indian captain well short of the crease. And isn't Alex Stewart delighted? He knows that he's almost got England to a win with that wicket of Sachin Tendulkar. 232 for 8. Let's bowl them. Srinath going for the wild heave. Obviously a predetermined shot. Headley bowled straight, and that was it.
Well, if you bowl straight, they miss, they've had it. And I agree with that policy, rather than bowling down leg side. And Srinath's gone out. 237 for 9. Yeah, he's handled it well, hasn't he? Look, not panicking, he's just trying to work it all out. He's a bit new to it with England. I like his demeanour, his attitude. Looks as if he's enjoying the pressure.
Will he slam it? Will he get a boundary? Or will he get two? No, he gets another two. Jeffrey, this is getting interesting.
Be more interesting if he got a boundary now. There would be a little bit of a flutter in the England dressing room. I'd like to have a look at David Lloyd, the coach, if he gets a 4. He's a very nervous individual, is David. He's so keen and wound up for his team to do well.
He's bowled him. Bowled him. Matthew Fleming has bowled Rajesh Chauhan as Rajesh Chauhan made a little bit of room to try and work the ball away to the deep fine leg region. There was a fielder in the circle there, but Chauhan thought that he could work it out over there. And look at the England team. Look at the manager David Lloyd. He's got a smile on his face.
Relief there from David Lloyd, but wasn't it a peach of a delivery, really? He saw Chauhan. You watch carefully, it's a slower ball. Watch Chauhan moving over. Slower, full toss, almost Yorker. Just pitches over the batting crease and pitches before it hits leg stump. Clever, clever bowling. Well bowled, lad. Good effort from Chauhan and the tail enders, but it was just too much. It was a touch too far for India after the loss of the early wickets.